Let's go.
I get it. Hello, Sophie. Let's just take that button.
Hello, Jen. So we have, for a limited period only, got the sun. We've just had solstice, your favorite time because we're about to give
I
it
know.
back.
Give me my sunshine back.
We've
We've
just,
been in long, dark days. Our version of long day. Yeah, dark.
well, it's funny. I always now think of you at solstice, and
Mm,
it's that, and we've been enjoying some beautiful weather here. Okay,
yeah.
beautiful weather for the UK. And we were just saying that the last time the gorgeous Jen Jeffries came over to the UK, it was the same weather. So, isn't it
Month of
amazing?
June, I was there. It was
30
spectacular. I was
degrees
impressed.
and
I was impressed. You turned it on for me, Soph.
well, you brought it with you and we turned it
Mm.
on. And it's like, and at
Ah,
some point, like I said, I'm coming over to you guys. But
yeah,
anyway,
come on.
this wonderful morning, Monday morning motivation, which is then leading into Jen's gorgeous evening. And we thought we'd just finish this series, because there's always
Yeah.
another one, we've been covering the body, we've been covering energy, sleep, fasting, tools, protein, all sorts of stuff, living from
Yeah.
prevention, which we always talk
Yeah.
about, don't we, Jen? But we
Yeah.
wanted to just finish today, and I wanted to ask you, with your naturopathic knowledge and huge level of experience, about, and it's a big topic here, but about, women's hormones are very in at the moment, Jen,
Sure.
whether it's this menopause, the end of menarche, whatever it is. And I wanted to say to you, in your naturopathic world, advice, tips, what is going on, and why is the Western woman, okay, I've heard you say this for many, many decades, the Western woman seems to really have a tough, or has the toughest, or puts
Mm.
themselves in the toughest.
Puts themselves in the position
Thank
to
you.
have a tough
You
time. Yeah.
got it. So can you
Yeah.
enlighten
All
us
right.
on why?
Yeah. So, yes. And so, because I know we've got limited time, and my specialty is
Mm,
simplifying
yeah.
big health topics. So,
Yep.
if we think of the BAM, the bare
Yep.
ass minimum, okay, this is a normal transition time in life. When I was 49, I could bleed, and then I couldn't bleed, which means I went from can breed to can't breed. Finished. Menopause.
Mm,
Blah. I'm now 64. Body works good. Transition was all good. It's the way it's meant to be. Now, if or the big decider if that's an easy transition, because it is just a
mm,
natural transition. So imagine we go through life, we've got estrogen and progesterone, they're doing their little dance every month. We come to this time of year, and in Chinese medicine we say, your ovaries shrivel up, and we start to get, see these lines on my top lip.
yep.
Yep. So we say there excess kidney in. It shows that I'm barren. It shows my ovaries have shriveled up. Normal thing that's meant to happen. Okay. And no, I don't do fillers and things. That's everyone's own choice. I do not. I am a natural girl. But um, what's meant to happen is that as our adrenals, as the ovaries have shriveled up, that pus, it's gone. Our adrenal glands still produce androgens. So we're still meant to be able to produce some hormones, but at a much lower level. And so we're meant to still have literally some progesterone, but at a much lower level. And if our adrenal glands are too tired for the androgens to do that, that's when we get a crappy menopause.
Mm,
And perimenopause, it's happening earlier
yep.
because women are, I nearly said the word, are adrenally tired. So they burn the candle at both ends, juggle work, home, life, and don't replenish their body as they're going along. They start getting symptoms. The doctors go, here, have this, and this, and this, which are band-aids. They're not fixing what's happening behind. And so, and especially with things like HRT, people, doctors will just say, here, have HRT. And it's like, no, we're meant not to have this amount of estrogen at this time of our life. That's what's meant to happen. It's a natural process. Don't just top it up because you can. No. And people go, well, what about heart health? Or what about bones and everything? Well, shit, keep moving your ass, do your exercise, eat healthy, have your body work for you. I'm
Yep.
64. I was up at 4:30 a.m. this morning. It was still dark at 6 when I hopped in the surf. That's shark o'clock, by the way. It's winter. But we're meant to be strong, fit, and healthy. I was just I did my Pilates class, and I was doing weights with my Pilates. I can bench press 50 kilos. And like, I'm strong, fit, and healthy as a 64-year-old woman. And that's the way it's meant to be.
Yeah. Yeah.
Women, if you sit down and play little old lady, you'll be a bloody little old lady. But if you
Yeah. Yeah.
stay active, and it doesn't mean that you go running marathons, but just move your body in some way every day, mindful movement, and especially things like yoga and qigong and tai chi are really good because you're using your own body weight, or surfing if you want,
Yep.
eating close to nature, you
Yep.
know, managing your stress hormones is vital. If your
Mm,
adrenals are tired, you're going to have a crappy menopause. Support your natural body's detoxifying body systems. That
mm,
has to happen. We've been talking about that stuff.
mm.
And then put your good food in, because if you just eat clean and exercise your guts out, you'll still have the same problem.
Yeah.
We need to get hormonally the body in balance. So, as a naturopath, we don't do band-aids. We go, what's happening behind it?
Mm.
Okay, you're in perimenopause or menopause. And by the way, sorry, you're either peri or postmenopause.
Yes,
Menopause is one day.
I know.
It is the day that we celebrate 12 months since our last period. It's like, oh, menopause has been going for 10 years. No, you're just postmenopausal. Your body's out of whack because you've been adrenally tired. Let's do you a 30-day reset. Let's get a strong baseline, get your adrenals going the way they're meant to go again. And we can help, if you've got a lot of symptoms because your body's been tired a long time, everything's not going to come into a 10 out of 10 perfect in a month, but you'll know you're heading in the right direction.
Yeah, yeah.
Your body runs a blood cycle that's 3 months. So anything we do as naturopaths, we would, give it a good solid foundation, 30-day reset, scale it back, tweak it, for another
Mm,
couple of months, and then we see where your body's going. But you'll
mm.
know in the first month you're heading in the right direction. Band-aids don't work, Soph.
No, I know. Well,
And as an
yeah.
osteo as well, band-aids don't work.
But
So,
do you know what one of my lovely patients said the other day, which was a bit, I
yeah,
had to be very careful because, we're never here to judge, but the body
no,
is, and the
everyone's
body
got their own
is,
choice.
and absolutely, Jen. But, the body hasn't changed, right, to the extent that women have always done this. And one of my lovely patients, bless her heart, said the other day, yeah, but we've never lived this long. So perhaps Mother Nature would have, kept our hormones. And what do you say to that, Jen? And I
Well,
just, it,
look,
it,
I'm not in the convincing game for everyone. Everyone gets to
no.
make it. Everyone does their own research. They do their own due diligence and they decide what they want to do. I choose to live close to nature.
Yeah.
And myself, and I help thousands of women
Yeah.
around the world. And I have people in my realm, women in my realm, who are strong, fit, and healthy in their 80s and do it all naturally.
Yes.
And they know the value of
Yeah.
using different herbs and eating well and all the things that I've taught them in my work as the present day wise woman, that they are strong, fit, and healthy, and they can be. So everyone's, modern medicine tries to put it into us that we need that it's a band-aid. It's not
I know.
fixing the
No, I
cause. Yeah,
know.
we live longer. However,
I know.
we do different stuff with our bodies and expectations, which is all fine. I've lived a very full life, Sophie, as you know,
Yep.
and I've still looked after my body as I've gone along.
Yeah. But I think
And the
isn't
window of wellness is always open, so it doesn't matter where you are. If you're having
no.
crappy perimenopause or menopause symptoms now,
Yep.
doesn't matter. Do a 30-day reset, get that baseline, build from there. You can have wildly different health in 3 to 6 months. Holy shit,
Yeah.
wildly different.
Yeah. And I think it's about building blocks. I mean, isn't it interesting? As again, I was talking to a patient the other day, I said, well, we've got to get out of this. Whatever path you follow, okay, you're right. Do your due diligence, go do your research, go talk, go
Yeah, do your
find.
own.
And we're
Yeah.
all slightly different. But, I was talking to a mum again the other day about her daughter who's going through puberty. And what we're
Mm,
forgetting is we have a beginning, right? As a woman.
yeah.
Okay, because let's face
Yeah.
it, Grimna, we're here to reproduce. Okay, let's be
We
blunt
are.
about it.
That's our job.
Is that puberty, and some of our young girls are going through really, really difficult puberty, Jen.
Yeah.
Now, it's the same
Mm,
thing of saying, right, this is an expression. I say to my
mm.
patients all the time, if your body's giving you symptoms, it's talking to you.
Yeah, it
It's
is.
whether you choose to listen,
Yeah.
right? And therefore, you
Yeah.
have the beginning. You have, and I say to people all the time, it's not the end. I feel fitter now, Jen. I
Oh,
feel healthier now.
it's the beginning of the bestest part of our lives. I
Right,
love it.
right.
I wish
So
everyone could feel as good.
I
It's great.
know. And don't get me wrong, I'm a work in progress because, as you know, I had to have a hysterectomy. So a
Yeah,
surgical menopause is
sure.
pretty blunt and pretty rough.
Hmm.
I
Yeah,
felt very grateful. I had a system and I had my herbs and my nutrition and my community and
yeah,
talking to you and variety of things that I
yeah.
put into place. But for me, again, our bodies are always adapting this homeostatic balance,
100%.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
And that's why I said to you at the beginning of this year, I went back to quite a strict, well, it was strict reset, Jen.
Yeah,
I've been using it, but I've not been doing it. I went strict. And it's now, giggling, you say that we're just beginning, guys. We also do a kickstart reset with what we do,
yeah.
which is great for accountability. And we're just about to start another one. And I've nearly finished two back to back. I'm always in them.
Yeah.
And then I've
And
been
reap
doing
the
my weight
benefits.
training and I've
Yeah.
been doing these resets, Jen.
Yeah.
So my body is beginning to awaken, it feels like. Does that make
Mm.
sense? To,
Yeah.
yay, I can't
And
have
how cool that
kids.
you can do that. How cool that our body will respond well when we do a focus. And then you get to work out what your maintenance is so that you can live from a
Yes,
place of prevention.
yes. And I think that's what, and do you know what? That's a beautiful place, perhaps, to just end this of, you know what, Jen, you're right. We speak from the same thing. It's from prevention.
Yeah,
And if you're in the middle of it, there's always something you can do. There's always something you can
yeah,
do.
the window of wellness is always
Yes.
open. Always. It's never too late to start any kind of wellness. Just get good advice. And Sophie knows anyone that works with her, I'm in the background to be able to answer any questions she's
Yeah.
stuck on. But although Sophie's a mini me, but I'm here to back you up. Like I just want women to feel as good as they can feel.
Well,
And
and
they
to
don't know how
celebrate.
good they can feel
I
because the
know.
body's been in adrenaline and survival mode for so long.
I know,
Yeah,
but thank you, Jen. And I'm going to wish you for now, because I know you've got exciting stuff coming always, is I'm going to
thank you.
wish you well, give my love to
Thank you.
Alice, and
Yeah,
guys, always reach out to a community of people. Go find out for yourself. Go
yeah,
ask questions. Be due diligent. We always say, I love working with people. I'm sure you're the same, Jen, who want to ask, right?
yeah.
Be
Don't wonder.
involved
Yeah,
in the process. And as
yeah,
you then
absolutely.
head to dinner and bed, and I start my day, and the
Have a
sun
ripper.
is coming back to you.
Oh, look at that. I know. Thank you. Send it down under. I loved seeing it stream through your room today. That's magical. We've had cold, rainy day today.
I know, bless you.
It's okay.
But we make the most of every beautiful moment. And do you know what,
Oh my
Jen?
gosh.
I wish you well because aren't we just full of gratitude because we're breathing in a world that's a bit manic? Up your
Yeah.
herbs is all I can say at
Yeah.
the moment.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a bit interesting at the moment. Yeah. And so I focus on things like I look for glimmers. Side note,
Yes.
as we close this, we've got stuff in life that triggers us and upsets us and takes our peace. And we have things that can bring us joy. I call them glimmers. So this morning, it was raining at sunrise when I was in the ocean. When it's cloudy and rainy, the ocean here goes the deepest emerald green.
Oh, wow.
Every raindrop on the water looks like the most spectacular diamond you've ever seen. We don't get that on the sunny days.
No.
So even in a frigging cold middle of winter surf, when it's pissing down rain, it's still beautiful. It's still beautiful.
Yeah.
So
But
look for
then,
glimmers. I'm a glimmer hunter.
well, and I
I love.
think that's, I mean, you know me, I tend to do it as well with my roses. Every
Yeah,
rosebud,
yeah,
right? Unique.
yeah,
How
yeah,
it, what it, everyone. And
yeah.
you know what? You're absolutely right. In a world, we have the choice to look for our glimmers.
100%. We're in control of how we respond to what's going on, and there's always going to be life going on.
Yep,
And if there's life going on, even more important to go catching glimmers and feed your brain
absolutely.
those little happy hormones. Those
Yep.
moments of joy are important to our mental health.
God,
That's it.
absolutely. You are a star, Jen. The
See
best
you,
and
chick.
gorgeousness from this side to you. And
Thank
we
you.
will
Love
catch up
you.
on another series very
Yeah,
soon.
yeah, yeah. We will.
Thank
Yeah.
you as ever.
See you again. Bye.